And then last legislation question before we shift gears. Your Northwest Straits Marine Conservation Initiative Reauthorization Act passed the House on June 3rd with a strong bipartisan vote of 374 to 49. Can you walk us through how this bill came about and how it benefits the second districts?
Yeah. I don't want to get too deep in the history, but I do want to pay respects to former U.S. Representative Jack Metcalf and our current Senator Patty Murray, who passed the first bill in 1998 to authorize the Northwest Straits Commission. The Northwest Straits Commission is designed as a bottom-up approach to marine conservation here in the Puget Sound and in the Salish Sea. Part of that bill created 7 marine resource commissions, one for each of the counties that are represented on the commission, 5 of which are in my district. And what the whole idea is to give local people the opportunity to develop marine conservation projects. So in Snohomish County, we have beach restoration at Howard Park. We've got creosote piling removal in the Snohomish River Delta, forage fish aquaculture redevelopment, making sure there's eelgrass. It's a fun way of saying let's grow more eelgrass so little herring can come and the salmon can come catch and eat the herring, so we have more salmon. And then when you take all the counties combined, you have a system of volunteers developing habitat restoration projects that work with each other to make a cleaner Puget Sound. So all of that said, every 5 years we have to get that work reauthorized. Congress needs to put its stamp again and say, yeah, the work's working, they're doing a good job, we want this to continue going. So we had some challenges because some of my Republican colleagues don't have a full appreciation of the Puget Sound and the environment and the great habitat we have around here. And some of them also don't like government interference. But this bill was first created because of the need to not have a top-down federal government approach, but a bottom-up volunteer-driven approach. And that still exists. And so working with my Democratic and Republican colleagues on one of the key committees to make this happen, was finally able to get to the floor. The chair of the committee is a guy named Bruce Westerman from Arkansas. He may have visited here once in his life. I have no idea, but we were able to convince him, demonstrate to him like this is necessary, it's helpful to do. And so working with him and his Republican team and working with the Democrat, Jared Huffman from California, able to get that support and on the floor. A lot of this is personal relationships. And that opens the door to making the argument to a colleague. But then you have to make the argument, the policy argument about why this is important for us. It may not be important in Arkansas, but there are things that he wants in Arkansas that he's going around trying to convince people of as well. So he understands why something like this Northwest Straits Commission bill is important to me.
Just a quick follow-up to that. Last I saw you, we were not too far away from here on the Japanese Gulch.
Yeah.
Just down there on the waterfront. And they're of course trying to restore their salmon culverts. Is this related?
Great question. I don't know if the Japanese Gulch Restoration Project is directly related to the work of the Marine Resource Commission locally,
right.
But it is certainly absolutely related. When you look at what other projects I've worked on and supported, like Meadowdale Park restoration, and the work that was done between the railroad, Burlington Northern Santa Fe, county parks people, local volunteers to open up the creek there at Meadowdale Park. And it is a very similar, Japanese Gulch is a very similar kind of project. And but I don't know if that project in particular is identified as an MRC project, but there are a lot of projects that aren't MRC projects, so they're extremely valuable.
Gotcha. Thanks for that. Now, looking ahead,